Sage Wanderer here, coming at you from my cabin down by the creek. So I thought I would just check in with you today and give you some updates on what's going on with me. So, I just underwent this massive change, and there was a bit of time of recharging my batteries and trying to get my house back in order and just getting used to the solitary nature of this life. And I have a lot more time on my hands and a lot less distraction. And I could use that to become hyper productive and make a lot of videos. But I think after praying about it, that my focus needs to be on making better videos. And I don't mean the set or the clothes I'm wearing or the camera I'm using. I mean the content, that I need to take as long as it takes for me to properly, really dig deeply and fully understand and make understandable what it is that I'm trying to convey. And so I'm going to still try to stick to my 2, 3, or 4 videos a week, however many I can get done, but not let the timeline dominate my thought process, but rather, all good, what is it? All good wine comes in its time. It's an old wine commercial, but yeah, I need to properly digest each topic, really make it knowable. And when that's ready, then I'm going to produce it for you. So, like today, I kind of wanted to put a video out, but I feel like I need another day to write. I need another day to fully prepare the content before I give it to you. And what you're seeing in this change in me is a renewed sense of purpose and a new sense of discipline, self-discipline, and a determination to do the best job that I can. That doesn't mean put out the most videos. It doesn't mean, even being on time and being predictable. That's some of the focuses that I've had for the last couple of years, was to try to put out more content as much as I possibly could and to be predictable and consistent with the timeline of how I upload. And with hits and misses, because the last couple of years I've been very distracted. But now I have this renewed purpose, and I have also experienced a great uptick because of the isolation. I've got a lot more ideas floating around, and I'm shaping not just the next video, but the future of the channel. Like, all of this is now under consideration. All of this is being examined. And, to give you an example of some of the ideas that I'm having, I want to start some new series, and I want to, get into some deeper stuff. And I intend to take you, my audience, beyond your comfort zone. Now, this could be a bumpy ride. And, this is so much, even though I have my earthly distractions and things that go on in my life like anybody else, the general flow and direction of this channel is divinely orchestrated. And I may not know the exact steps to get from point A to point B, but I have a firm understanding of point A and point B. So I have told you, all you, my viewers, that especially the ones that have been with me from the beginning, that this channel was going to shrink, not grow. Because I don't measure my success by how many views I get or how many subscribers I have. I judge my success by how many of you I can bring on board with the things that I am saying. So I would rather have, at the end of the day, 100 of you who firmly understand and have been down this journey with me, and you get what it is that makes me tick and this channel. You get the spiritual realities, the cultural direction. You get all of the ideas that I have that I'm trying to express, and you properly absorb them. I saw a meme this week that says, I used to think communication was the most important thing, but now I understand it's comprehension. I can communicate all I want, but if you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you, then yeah, that's not getting anything done. So I could communicate more and make more videos, right? I could stay in my lane and try to boost the numbers and keep the subscribers up and keep the numbers up and get more views. Or I could really concentrate on not just communicating to you, but making sure you get it, right? Do you really understand that there are two kingdoms at war with each other, and everything you do pulls one down or builds the other one, and it's a push and pull, right? And the whole idea is to tear down the dark kingdom and build up the kingdom of light. I mean, do you really understand that? Can you apply that to your life? Do you understand that there's a real life army of demons that are setting out to destroy you, and there's a plot? I won't say where I got this from, but I got a prophetic word, okay? And this person in a uninterrupted flow of consciousness, right? Like this speech this person delivered to me was the history of the demonic plot against my life. It included the plot the devil had to kill me when I was born, the plot the devil had to stop me from being a musician and to cost me my hands, the plot the devil had to destroy and crush my spirit through my dysfunctional family. It showed me how the devil used people around me, and they weren't bad people, right? They were just under the influence of the evil one. The Bible says we know we're the children of God, but the whole world is under the influence of the evil one. So these people were being influenced by demons to subdue my calling, to misdirect me, to encourage me to give up. I mean, the depth of darkness was shocking to me, and they didn't name names, but each demonic plot, had a group of people that I could see kind of working collectively to stand in my way. They might have been mentors, it might have been spouses, right? It might have been family members, might have been friends, could have been bosses, and all of these traps that were laid for me, right? And do you really understand that that's what's going on? That there's an army of demons that are strategizing to stop you from reaching your potential. They're strategizing. They're working together. They're cheating, right? They're cheating, stealing, lying, do whatever it takes to try to stop you from becoming the man or woman of God that you are. Do you understand it? I know I can say it, but do you comprehend it? So the renewed direction of this channel is comprehension. Like if I have to drive some of these points home over and over and over again, I will. Orthodoxy in the church is a big problem. And what do I mean by orthodoxy? A better word is dogma, right? This set of beliefs that they tell you that you have to believe exactly like this. And if you don't, you're going to hell. If you don't, the devil's coming to get you. If you don't, you're out of the church and you're a sinner because you might have looked at something that they didn't deem acceptable. So, I got an upcoming message on taboos in Christianity. Are they of God or are they of the enemy? Do they seek to shine light on subjects or do they seek to push things into the darkness? Right? Is it just a power play? I don't want to preach my sermon ahead of time. But I hope that this little update gives you an idea that I am dead serious about what I'm doing. And I've been put in this position for the last couple years. I kind of had two jobs. Take care of the babies and keep the bills paid and the family going and the groceries in the cabinet and the electric bill paid and the car running and, all this stuff that, a patriarch has to do. I mean, in some ways, it's almost an argument for celibacy in the priesthood. Not that not saying that I was married or anything, but I kind of had the same responsibilities being the pawpaw, I had these little ones looking to me and their parents looking to me for leadership and support. And so I had that job and I was doing this job too. But I'm telling you, God has cleared my plate with this. Those folks have moved on and I love them and I give them to God. And but now I got a mission. I got to get back to my mission. And I've been getting a lot of downloads from the Holy Spirit. Like I'm about to step into a new dimension here. And the channel might look the same. The set might look the same. Might be the same old janky camera. It's going to be my same old ugly face no matter what. Like you're stuck with this. I'm not getting Botox or facelift. But, it may look the same, but don't let the looks fool you. This channel's about to change. I may lose some of you because I'm going to go places that make you uncomfortable. I'm going to make sure that you understand some of the core principles that the Lord has given to me to express. Spiritual warfare worldview. How does that tie into politics? What's going on around us in the world? Where is the devil strong and where is he weak and where can we attack? And when we're attacked, how can we defend ourselves? I'm talking about strategy. I'm talking about a demonic, a war against the demonic, and a strategy to defeat the devil and his demons on every front. So I hope the videos that I put out are going to make you uncomfortable, right? There's some uncomfortable truths coming your way. And if it costs me more people, that's okay, because I told you, in the end, most of you would end up hating me. Marines will tell you that the stuff they learned from their drill sergeant probably saved their life in combat. But the same Marine will tell you they didn't like their drill instructor and they didn't want to hang around him once they got trained. And that's going to be the case of some of you. Some of you are going to be like, okay, Sage is gone off the deep end. This stuff he's talking about now is too far-fetched, or it's too far away from the orthodoxy, right? It's too far away from dogma in the Christian church. And I will say this, that others will come later. Jesus said that he gave this parable about people who go to work for somebody. They're involved in a project and they work all day. And then at the end of the day, these stragglers kind of come in. They see where they're at in the progress and they pitch in and help them finish the day's work. And then the boss pays them all equal. Right? It's one of Jesus's parables. And so there's going to be some of you that have been with me from day one. They're going to find some of the stuff I'm about to talk about too disturbing, too out there, too controversial, right? And you might not finish the day, right? But there'll be others that come in and take your place at the end of the day. They may not have been with me from the very beginning, but they got in when they got in, and they comprehended what I was communicating, right? And some of this stuff is life-changing. I know from the comment section and emails I get that some of the things that I have taught you since I have opened this channel up, and especially in the last 3 or 4 years, have been life-changing principles and ideas. The idea that you have the power over the demonic, that you don't have to be a victim, that there's no such thing as bad luck, right? Just bad doctrine, just bad practices. If you have more information, you can be more effective. And there's a real fear of information in this world. The church is a suppressor of information, right? The government suppresses information. The internet now is in the business of suppressing information. That the truth scares people. But I would say that the wise man, the real sage, the sage advice is that you open your mind, not so far that your brain falls out, but open your mind to the possibilities of a supernatural spiritual world. Open your eyes to the possibility that, for lack of a better example, you could be was it not Neo? You could be Neo from, you could have that kind of earth-changing effect. Your life, just like Neo in the Matrix, could change everything and turn this reality up on its ear. That literally, you need to take to heart the idea that nothing's too great for God. That if God is for me, who can be against me? I mean, you need to not just hear those things, but comprehend them and apply them to your life. And every one of you who's been with me from the beginning, I believe, is more powerful, each one of you, in the spirit realm now than 100 church people who just show up on Sunday and do what they do, right? That your open-mindedness to listen to what I had to say, your desire to apply it to your life and give it a try, and then some of you, your absolute were totally flabbergasted when it worked, right? When I told you, if you're being tormented and you can't sleep, if you feel like you're sick all the time, if you're down all the time, if you're fighting depression, that you can speak to the demonic forces that are aligned against you and tell them to get out of your life, and they do. They often do. If you do it right, they will. You see, the church is kind of a broken toy right now because they don't really believe in the power of God and applying it to their own lives. They believe God's powerful on some kind of theoretical level, but they don't walk in that power. They don't act in the authority that God's given them. They don't resist the devil. Resisting the devil isn't just going, no, please, no. Resisting the devil is, get out of here, devil! Right? That's my drill instructor voice. I sound like the old Marine. Get out of here, devil! Yeah, I mean, there may be less of you because of what I'm doing, but I know that God will sustain me. And, you know, something I say that's controversial and people don't like to hear, but it's just the truth. You know, Jesus Christ, when he walked this earth, he didn't change the world, right? He changed 12 people and they changed the world. So at the end of the day, if there's just 12 of you left, well, my goodness, look what Jesus did with just 12. So if you see the numbers go down, you know, they've been going down because I say things that challenge people's belief systems. I make you think. I make you open your mind. Not far enough for your brain to fall out, but far enough for the truth to get in. I break down brainwashing, religious brainwashing. I break down cultural brainwashing. It's what I've been doing on this channel from day one. And now I have a renewed focus to really drive it home. And not just make more videos, but make more impactful videos. More impactful messages. Because I'm not just trying to get you to hear me. I'm trying to get you to understand the things that I teach and preach and talk about. And for that takes a lot of writing. I got to make sure I understand them before I present them to you, that I have my ducks in a row. I made a new friend recently. And she's a friend of my sister's. And I said something about ducks in a row. And she goes, I think my ducks are drunk. I just thought that was hilarious. She can't get her ducks in a row because her ducks are drunk. Hey, overcoming chaos in your life is a constant struggle. But, you know, I am getting my ducks in a row, and they aren't drunk either, right? My ducks are ready to get in a row. And I know some of you are saying, well, quit talking about it and just do it. This is me doing it. This is me checking in with you more often. This is me making you a partner in what's about to happen on the channel. And I'm going to talk about some things that are taboo. I'm going to talk about some things that make your standard Christian squirm a little bit. I'm going to ask the hard questions. And I'm also going to ask these questions of our government and our politicians and our culture, right? So don't forget to support the channel. This is funded by viewers like you. And, you know, who knows? The 12 that remain, maybe the ones that are financially supporting me right now. I think there's about 10 or 12 of you right now that are helping me pay the bills around here, keeping the lights on in the cabin, and buying me the time that I need to produce these messages that I don't just want people to hear, but I want them to comprehend and understand the principles. So if that sounds exciting to you, if you are on for the ride, follow the links in the description below, and you can make a financial contribution. Leave a comment, send me an email, give me an amen, give me a high five, give me a thumbs up, all that. And we'll see you next time from my cabin down by the creek.